back to the next in our A-18 Hornet training series on DCS. We are going to learn about JDAM deployment, which is a GPS guided bomb. So I don't know anything about it or how it works. That's why we're doing the training. Let's figure out how to do this.
Welcome to the Hornet Joint Direct Attack Munitions Training. In this lesson, you will learn to employ the GBU-38 and GBU-31 in pre-planned and target of opportunity modes. You will also learn how to execute a sensor to JDAM handoff. This lesson assumes that you have completed A-18 GPS weapon data entry training. You begin airborne and active pause. Your Hornet is configured as it would be for this portion of a flight. Master arm is on and air-to-ground mode is set. Unless otherwise indicated, most highlighted button presses and spacebar presses will immediately forward the lesson to the next step. On your first time through the training, it is recommended that you listen fully to each set of instructions before taking the action that will move the lesson forward. When ready to continue, press the spacebar.
You wonder why I keep looking off to the right. It's because I have an ultra-wide screen monitor and the text for what you're hearing is showing up on the right. So if I'm looking over here, it's probably because I am looking at the text for the screen. So we're going to continue and just try to ignore my looking to the right.
In order to successfully fly this mission, you will need to engage the autopilot in two configurations: coupled heading barometric altitude hold and heading selected barometric altitude hold. You will also need to operate the HSI on the center AMPCD. Specifically, you must know how to step waypoints, designate a waypoint as a target, and set the heading bump. These topics have been covered in previous Hornet training flights. Review the instructions on the following screens, press spacebar to step through the autopilot instructions, and return to the training flight. Now press the spacebar to begin this review.
Okay. Okay, so we're going to set, autopilot, altitude hold. Not sure what the CPL mode is. Setting select mode, I would think. Set autopilot to couple. Oh, does this couple it to the waypoints? Okay. Press things. Okay. Let autopilot to heading select.
Power up, align the JDAMs, and bring up the GBU-38 page by pressing PB6, J82.
But I can't. I can't put it in. It does it whatever the thing is. So we're gonna do coupled mode to. Okay, so coupled to the waypoint. That makes sense. So basically, it's just gonna fly the flight plan. I guess it's just gonna fly the flight plan at the current altitude. Okay, I think that's what that does.
The first step is to set the electronic fuse for the GBU-38s by pressing PB3 E-fuse, and then PB3 INST for instantaneous. To begin programming the details of each target, bring up the JDAM display screen by pressing PB11 JDAM. This screen is the GPS weapon display containing essential JDAM information. It is the display you will use to program, monitor, and employ JDAMs. In the upper left corner, the current weapon station, weapon readiness, mission mode, and weapon type are shown. In the center of the screen, the weapon alignment status is shown. Just below that is the weapon release settings. Around the edge of the screen are push-button indicators for important functions, specifically mission display, release quantity, and step to switch to the next available station. Take a moment to familiarize yourself with this display. When ready to continue, Starting with the GBU-38 on Station 8, press PB4, Mission. You now see all the details for this JDAM. To begin entering the required data via the upfront controls, press PB14.
Okay, so we did, this is the part that we learned in the last mission, learning how to put things into this.
Program Station 8 with the following data, not narrated. When finished, press the spacebar.
Alright, so we're going to get some practice putting information in. They want an angle of 45 in the terminal here, so angle of 45. And I believe we do this and this again. We go to position. We can get our latitude and longitude in. So latitude is going to be north, the 2 key here. North, 42, 55, 17. And then to do the decimal, we have to press enter. And this is going to automatically bring us to the decimal, which is a 94. This is all showing up on the right side of my screen, which you can't see. And then for the longitude, we have to do east, 41, 32, 22, and 18 decimal 18. Elevation, so we have to go, I think we have to go like this again. We do elevation in feet, they want 731. Enter. Okay, so now we have all the information pressed in, we can do space.
Toggle Target UFC off by pressing PB. The next step is to program Station 2. Press PB13. Step.
Oh, okay, I get it now. So in the last video, I was a little bit confused by this whole step thing, but now I remember when they were describing the weapons that we could put on there, we could have up to 6 of them. 6 stations, but I think some of them could have two weapons on a station. I'm not really sure. Anyways, I'm guessing this is for a specific pylon, and then you have 2 different bombs that you can press, but I'm not really sure. Correct me in the comments if I'm wrong.
In the upper left corner, you should see Station 2, which will be programmed to PP1. Select PB14, UFC target.
Wait, what? Yeah, I gotta read that again. In the upper left corner, you should see STA2, yeah, which will be programmed to PP1. So, like, all right, so we're gonna target another one.
Program Station 2 with the following data. When finished,
45.
Press the spacebar.
Clear it out to get back to position. Latitude is going to be north 42, 55, 12, dot decimal 89. Longitude is going to be east 41, 30, oops, yeah, 32, 23 decimal 61. Enter. Clear it out to get back to elevation, which is 700 feet. Oops. 750. I had to select the median measurement first. Clear that out.
At this point, it is good practice to check the inner data one last time. Using step, shift back and forth between Station 2 and Station 8. Important. When you are done, set step to Station 8. Then press PB19. Return. Since the first 2 targets are close to each other, you are going to release a single salvo of 2 JDAM, one from Station 8 and one from Station 2. Press quantity PB15 to bring up the quantity selection.
Oh, okay.
Press PB11 and PB14 to select Station 2 and Station 8. Then press PB15. Return.
So I guess the whole station thing allows you to drop multiple bombs in the same firing queue. I still don't know that I fully understand. Press BB11 and PB14 select Station 2 and Station 8. So, and then press return.
You are ready to begin the first attack run. On the HSI, set the heading bug to 040. Set autopilot couple B alt. When ready to fly, press the spacebar.
The HSI set the heading bug to 040. Okay, that's where it is. Put the autopilot to, yep, that's all set, and then spacebar.
Observe the HSI and HUD. The time to max range countdown should begin. You will also see the in-range circles on the HSI. On the HSI, when you enter the outer large circle, it will change to a pie shape. On the HUD, in zone will appear. Press and hold the weapons release button.
Okay, so I guess we're waiting to get inside that circle there. Then in range will show up on the HUD too. Okay, we're in zone. Guessing that means we're supposed to fire now. Press and hold the weapons release.
JDAM away. At this point, you have done your job, and the rest is up to the JDAMs. Slow to 400 knots indicated. Bring up the target area on the ATFLIR by setting autopilot, heading select, B-Alt, then designate waypoint 1 as the target. Maneuver to keep the target area in sight of the ATFLIR pod.
I don't know how to do that. We never covered how to do that. By setting autopilot, heading select, B-Alt, and then select waypoint 1 as the target. Oh, okay. So I see smoke on the ground. I don't know if that's smoke from the plane, from the marking, or if that's the bomb, because it took us a long time to set that up. I have no idea whether...
You are in active pause to observe the JDAM impacts. When ready to continue, press the space bar.
Okay, then man, those things take a long time to hit the ground, don't they? I mean, I guess from 14,000 feet they're going to, but okay. I'll hit spacebar to unpause it, so hopefully we'll see something blow up.
Your next target is a bunker, a hard target requiring penetrator weapons. On the left DDI, press PB7J109 to select the 2 GBU-31 version 4B.
Okay, if you were looking at the screen a second ago, and you can back up in the video, we did see a couple of little explosions here, and on the right side of my screen I did get confirmation that something was hit.
As you did with the GBU-38s, use PB3 E-Fuse to bring up the electronic fuse options. The JDAM must get through the bunker's hardened exterior to detonate inside. To set the fuse to delay, to allow time for this penetration, press PB4, delay 1. Next, press PB11 JDAM display to bring up the JDAM display. This target requires 2 GBU-31s to ensure a kill. Press PB15, quantity. Press PB12 and PB13 to select Station 3 and Station 7. Then press PB15. Return. In the upper left corner, note that Station 7 is selected. Press PB4, Mission. Toggle to TOO by pressing PB5. Next, bring up the Target of Opportunity UFC functions by pressing PB14. You will notice that in Target of Opportunity mode, the choices are limited to the terminal parameters, heading, angle, and velocity. The JDAMs will require a high angle of impact and a high velocity at impact to aid in target penetration. Enter the below settings, then press the spacebar to continue.
Okay, it's only provided me an angle and a velocity. Oops. Angle of 80. Velocity of 100. Those are both there, and then doesn't ask me anything about a heading. It didn't provide any heading information, so.
Using PB13 step, toggle to Station 3, and repeat the process with the same parameters shown. When finished, press the spacebar to continue.
Okay, so we gotta switch it to Target of Opportunity. That's what this button does here. It goes from Target, which is a pre-selected thing to target of opportunity, which is what we use here to get this. So the angle is going to be 80. And the velocity is going to be 900. Both of those are put in.
Press push button 13, step, to set the TOO target coordinates. On the HSI, press push button 12 to step to waypoint 2. Then press PB14, waypoint designate. On the JDAM display, check to see RP coordinates are displayed for Station 7. Then press step to ensure Station 3 RP. Return to the JDAM display page. To begin the attack run, you will aggressively turn towards the target, set throttle to afterburner, and pitch up to 20 to 25 degrees nose up to begin a climb to 20,000 feet MSL. On the HSI, set the heading bug to the target heading. Turn off autopilot, heading select, and B Alt. When ready to fly and execute these maneuvers, press the spacebar.
Target. Oh, okay. I think this is our target heading. So set the heading by the target heading, turn off autopilot, and then fly to the thing. Okay.
Climb to 20,000 feet, turn towards the target. On the HUD heading tape, the target heading is marked with a small diamond.
Yeah, we're almost at 20,000 feet.
Level off and steady on a heading to the target. Adjust the heading bug to match the heading to target. Set autopilot, heading select, B Alt. Accelerate to above 400 knots indicated. When in zone, ensure wings level. Press and hold weapons release until both JDAMs are away.
Problem is I don't really know what the heading is. Drop it now.
JDAM away. With the JDAMs on the way, observe the target area on the ATFLIR and maneuver to keep the target area in sight of the ATFLIR pod.
I was hoping we could zoom in, but I guess not. So, yeah, I wasn't sure exactly which heading I was supposed to set it to, because a little bit confusing to me, but whatever. It's one of those things that practice will help us
You
figure
are
out.
in active pause. Observe the JDAM impacts. When ready, press the spacebar.
I would imagine as long as you're close, then the bombs will guide themselves into their targets. But I don't know. There's a zoom function here, but it doesn't. Buttons don't do anything. Oh, there's some damage. Damage showed up on the right side.
The third target are two Scud launchers that have been recently delivered by a neutral country IL-76 cargo aircraft. The Scud tells are the targets. The cargo aircraft is not a target. HSI. Step to waypoint 3. Designate the waypoint as target. Waypoint designate. Set heading bug to target heading. Press the spacebar when complete.
Okay. Guess that's the heading.
Next, make the GBU-38s active again by pressing in order, push button 18 menu, press push button 11 to bring up JDAMs. Again, we will be dropping both JDAMs in a salvo. Press push button 15 quantity, followed by push button 11, station 2, and push button 14. Press the mission. Toggle the station step to station 2 with push button 13, step. Toggle the station 2 JDAM to TOO by pressing push button 5. Press push button 7 to select T. Press step to return. This attack will require 2 sensor to JDAM handoffs. To prepare, complete the following. Right side panel, LTD R to ARM. FLIR. Set LTD R to activate on a short trigger pull by selecting Trig, push button 11. Make FLIR SOI by pressing HOTAS SCS right short. Set FLIR to scene by pressing HOTAS SCS right short again. Upfront controls. Ensure autopilot heading select B-Alt is engaged. When ready to fly, press the spacebar to continue. Turn towards the target using the FLIR. PDC the aiming point over one of the scud tails. Short pull the trigger to get laser range. Depress TDC to designate. Press the spacebar when complete.
I can't see anything because it's really far away. And zoom in to accurately target the JDAM. There is a zoom button here, but it's not actually doing anything. So I'm not really sure what to do about that because it will not let me do it. I don't know if I don't. Yeah, that button works. Okay. Short trigger to get a link. For the one scud tells, I'm not really sure what. Not familiar enough with what these look like to. Okay, and then depress TDC to designate.
Press step to activate station 2, TOO, and repeat the targeting steps. TDC the aiming dot over the second Both JDAMs are now targeted. When in zone, press weapons release to drop the JDAMs.
Okay, we're in zone.
JDAM away. Winchester, JDAM. Continue flying and keep the target in view on the FLIR. Wait until both JDAMs have detonated, then press the spacebar.
Yeah, I don't think we actually targeted anything that we were supposed to target because I don't know what I'm looking at. So it automatically targeted the waypoint, but I have no idea where I was supposed to put those. So they're going to bomb something, but who knows what they're going to bomb. And now I've lost track of where we were. Anyways, that's all we're gonna do for today. That's a little bit complicated for me, and I got the first two, but trying to target stuff with the actual FLIR is just something I'm gonna have to learn how to learn what I'm looking at, and then actually figure out how to use that. But at least we were able to do the first two, and we got some hits on there. There was definitely some things that got blown up. So hopefully you got something out of that, and you can take that and go into your own game and figure out how to do it yourself. So thanks for watching, guys. Hope you're having fun. We have one more video left in the training series, and then we will be ready to start just flying around and trying to actually really learn how to do this stuff. So thanks for watching. See you next time.